And we are back with another episode of Mad About Sports. My name is Nicole Madison, and I'm here with my dad and co-host,
David A. Madison.
This is a special episode.
You know what's going on.
It's episode 37.
You got that right.
Not only that, but this is our 1-year anniversary. We first published our first episode March 2nd, 2020. And here we are again a year later, still going strong.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So before we get into our year recap,
Wow.
a year in sports, a year in podcasting,
It's been a good year.
let's talk about
it's
37
been a crazy year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
I know you got your 37, so you can
Yeah, I had to do a little research.
go for it.
Yes, number 37.
Yes.
The first one I found out was the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive back for the 40. Hall of Famer.
Okay.
And the second one is number 37
From the Los Angeles Lakers?
from the and other teams.
The Pistons? Was he? No, he didn't play for the
He
Pistons.
also played with San Antonio. I played with San Antonio for a while.
Well, he's well known for
He's
Los
well
Angeles.
known for a lot of teams.
No,
And
Los Angeles. That's what he's well known for.
He's well known for now. And they used to call him the Strangler.
And his name is Ron Artest.
Ron
I love that
Artest.
you picked him. I love Ron
Yes.
Artest. Oh, he's Meta World Peace now.
Meta
He
World
changed his
Peace.
ways.
And my history with Meta World Peace is that they call him the Strangler because he put his hands around Pete Carlesimo's neck, which was and I used to play basketball with Pete Carlesimo. He's from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Get out. Nobody
And,
comes out of Scranton.
And yeah, me.
I meant for basketball.
And my whole family, but
That's facts. Y'all got it.
yeah, but Pete Carlesimo was his father was the commissioner of the I guess the Big East when I first started off.
That's crazy.
But Pete had all the gear.
So Ron Artest is popping. I miss him.
Yeah, I do too.
I miss the old Ron, not the new Ron.
Yeah, he was
Not
quite a
better.
character. He was
I know,
quite a-
right? So much fun.
Number 37.
Number
Had to do some
37.
research on that.
Right, but you got it.
37 tough number.
It is.
Yes.
I told you it's going to get harder
You did say
the
that.
higher we get.
Yes,
But a year in podcasting. How do you feel, Dad?
I feel
You
great.
made it a year.
I have to salute you. No, seriously. You know, when you came up with the idea that you wanted to do a podcast with me,
Yeah.
you know, I felt honored, honestly, because, you know, we always been rapping about sports.
Forever.
But being able to do a podcast with you over this year, and hopefully it goes on forever, has been a pleasure and honor and a lot of fun. And
Absolutely.
It's really good stuff.
Right. It's been an adventure.
Yes, it has
When
been.
we first started, we had the XFL. That was a thing.
Right, that's what
That
kicked
is
it off.
no longer a
Right,
thing, which is
right,
crazy.
right. We had a great time with the XFL.
We did. That was our first episode. We talked about the XFL and our experience, and it was
right.
awesome. And now it's non-existent. I mean, it's existent, but
I don't know when they'll be able to play.
the XFL.
XFL, right.
Yeah, there was still sports going on. Like about a month, not even like 2 weeks into us starting a sports podcast,
Things started to go downhill.
it stopped. Basketball got put on pause.
The virus came.
Yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
about what ifs, what they're going to do.
And we've come and went through the virus,
Right, made it through.
and it's
the
been a
virus.
challenge.
It has been, but still we talked about sports. So even when there was no sports, we still found sports to talk about.
We had a couple of dull moments,
Yeah.
but that happens because sports was trying to find themselves.
Right. We ended up doing this at the weirdest time in sports. Like, I've never seen sports like this. You've probably never seen sports like this.
I've never seen America like this.
None
Yeah,
of us
it's
have.
brand new.
The
It's brand
people
new.
who have are dead because it was over 100 years ago.
I think it was 1918.
Yeah, so it was over
Of the,
100 years ago.
last
Yeah.
Pandemic that hit America like
Yeah.
this. Yes.
So, like, that's crazy, but we made it somehow.
It has been a challenge, both, you know.
I actually had COVID, remember, in
You did
December?
have COVID, you know, that's what I'm saying. There was an episode that we had to put it on a sabbatical because
Right.
you were
Put it on pause.
And then we were doing it across the table.
Yes,
For
we
a while.
were before we got the video,
right.
we were social distance.
Right.
Most of our episodes were social distance.
Right.
Yeah.
We just started doing the video just about the last 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, it was like 31 we maybe brought in video.
Right.
But we came a long way. So we just started off with a podcast across the table.
Right.
Then we got shirts.
Oh wow, that's true.
We got T-shirts a couple months in. Yeah, we got merchandise.
Merchandise.
We changed up our logo a few times. Remember, first it was just this.
Just the
and then we got this to put on shirts and
the
stuff.
The brother did a nice job.
He did a great job.
Really.
Yeah.
What was your brother's name?
So Calvin has the connect, but the guy who makes the shirts is Jim.
Wow, did a fantastic job.
Yeah. Then we got hoodies. We got hoodies.
Yes.
And then we got crew necks that Mom's wearing.
Right. We
came a long way in a year. It's
been a production.
It has been.
You know, and your Mom has been behind the cameras.
Yes.
And doing the editing and the film work and the producing. So she's been doing a fine job.
Yeah, even before we got the camera, every time I edited a podcast, like she would listen to make sure it sounded right.
Yeah, gotta shout out for her.
Yeah, absolutely. She's our editor, chief command editor.
What do you think was the highlight of the
year? My favorite episode? Yes. My favorite episode, that's a tough one. Probably I can't remember which one it was, but the one where we were laughing, where I got you where I got you to really, I can't remember what we were talking about, but I got you to like really laugh. Probably our introduction, because we got to talk about the sports that we actually played.
Yes, the first episode probably was. It was longer.
It was.
And I feel that it gave us an opportunity for the people that are listening to our podcast, feel of who we are,
absolutely,
and our little backgrounds and the similarities and things that we do.
Absolutely, that brought us here.
I was going to say number 1 also.
Yeah.
It kicked it off. I thought it was a grand time.
Yeah. It was like so different. It's crazy how much a year can change.
Right. And anybody who been listening to the podcast regularly, if you have any suggestions who think which ones was the best, please
let us know. We have our email in the.
We do have an email now.
Yes, we have an email.
Wow,
it's madaboutsports@gmail.com.
Right. So as if
I think it might be madaboutsportspod, but we do have an email. The link is in the description. We have an Instagram.
Ooh, wow.
You knew this.
Yes, I did. That's just wow. It's still a wow.
That's true. That's something we added on too. That was like part of our production.
Yeah.
Just thinking, it's so crazy how different. I think when we started this podcast, we had no idea the year that was about to happen. Because the pandemic didn't happen yet. The virus didn't happen. We literally just got back from New Jersey. We drove out to New Jersey.
That's right. We went to the XFL game.
That's what I'm saying, Right. That kicked it off.
And that started, we talked about the XFL.
Yeah.
Yes, we had some photographs from it also. But wow, how about that guy that was at the game?
Which one?
It wasn't the guy.
The lady?
Yes.
Oh yeah, she was a ball of energy.
Yeah, she was
fun. She also worked for WWE.
Right.
We had the VIP treatment. We sat on the field.
That was first class.
It was VIP.
Matter of fact, he had us hooked up to go to Houston.
I know.
For the championship.
That's right. We were supposed to go to Houston.
For the championship game, right.
Then the virus
came and destroyed all that.
I remember that.
We were really rolling.
We were. But we're still rolling. We made it talking about sports when at one point there were no sports.
Right.
So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm happy that we're here today.
Me too.
Still talking about it, going on our 2nd year.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to
the year to come.
The year to come is going to be exciting.
It is. Fans are allowed back at the Wells Fargo Center.
Are they?
Yeah, I just want you to know our home game. We have a home game March 20th. My birthday is March 23rd. Want to keep that in mind.
I'm not going to the game.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, we want to keep that in mind.
That's cool because I'm still not right.
I understand.
Matter of fact, I'm due for my shot tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got on a list, so I'm going for my first shot.
That's good. I should be cool until like April. Then I probably need some help.
Good.
Then
so if anybody who's eligible, please do so. Don't be fooled by it. It's important for the world.
It's just, so my thing about the shot is we put a lot of crazy things in our body just off the food we eat. Like, if you go to McDonald's, you can't be choosy about a shot. Like,
no, but I don't go to McDonald's.
No, I know you don't, but I'm just saying there are people who go to McDonald's or Checkers or Wendy's or any of these places and are like, nah, bro, I'm not getting a shot. And it's like, well, what are you eating?
It's for the world. You know,
well, yeah.
We have to. There was a song back in '83 that Stevie Wonder, Quincy Jones did it together, and he had all these people. Mm-hmm. We are the world. Mm. And I think that should be the theme song for the vaccine.
Did Michael Jackson not have a song?
Michael Jackson was part of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I know Michael did a song like
Quincy
that.
Jones did it with Michael. He had 50 people playing. Dionne Warwick.
Okay.
It was a great song. But we are the world. I think we have to come together as a world to battle this pandemic.
Absolutely.
So, get your shot.
If you can.
And plus, stay socially distanced, wash your hands.
Yeah, keep doing
wear
that.
A mask.
Those are things that should, even when the pandemic's over, like, let's keep washing our hands. Like,
right.
And keep that distance, because at the market, I don't want people in my face again.
No. And
I was socially distancing before because it's like, why are you up on me? You're a stranger. So
and you gotta wear a mask too.
Yeah, I'm talking about after though.
Right.
Like, there's some habits we should keep with us.
Right.
And the washing of hands, that should. If you didn't do before, like, please continue.
We call that our PSA.
Yes, public service announcement. You want to get into sports now?
Let's try it.
We did our recap.
Good.
All right. So what I have is the All-Star break is coming up.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting because they're going to try to jam-pack everything in a single day.
Oh, it's only one day.
I believe so.
It's not a weekend?
No, I don't believe so.
They're tripping.
And they're going to have the slam dunk contest. They're going to have the 3-point contest. They're going to have the All-Star game.
That just seems like a lot for one day.
And it was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of crazy.
My thing about the All-Star game, which kind of confuses me, is they're like, don't go out, don't party. But Atlanta is wide open. So, like, you've been open this whole time, Mayor. Why now do you want people to not party, Mayor? Like, that's my thing. Like, I don't understand. Close. You don't care about your people, but you care about the people.
My brother Guy kind of gave me a feel that is true. And it's unfortunate because of the fact that it's just going to spread.
It's been spreading.
It's going to be, but we're trying to contain this virus.
I get that. However, don't make it in a place that's open. Like, the world knows that Atlanta, Houston, and Miami have been open this whole time. Right. So, like, why put it in a place that you know is operating but there's no pandemic?
I'm going to go back to what the NBA and the league had negotiated. They negotiated not having an all-star game because of the shortening of the season last year and the way the season started this season. Right. But because, you know what, money talks.
Money does talk. So
and
now
they're having an all-star game. So.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have. That's the.
I think that they should have.
Especially if they're going to just do a day. Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Yeah. But they're looking at the revenue.
That's all. That's where it matters. I would like to say that the WNBA we never talked about. Well, this is our first time touching on it.
Well, the WNBA have moved forward. I like, the NBA and the WNBA have been more progressive than the rest of the professional sports. Mm-hmm. You really have to take your hat off to the NBA, what they've done during these challenging times.
There's a lot of black coaches in the NBA.
Yes, and then the WNBA now fired that...
the one coach.
I'm
sorry, the owner. The owner. WNBA fired the owner.
Who owned the Atlanta team.
Yep.
And they some ball players.
Yep, who played for that team.
For that team, bought the team.
And I think that's awesome.
That's a great, great move. And that's a salute out there to the NBA and the WNBA.
Yeah.
Do that.
I mean, Michael bought a team. That's the difference between basketball and football.
Well, that's so different.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a difference. You can tell the difference.
We can. If we start going down that end,
it's cool. We won't.
and their practices.
Right. We don't have to do that. I'm sorry.
There's something else.
All right, let's move on to baseball. Baseball is The MLB is messing with baseball.
Right, but they're starting. Spring training has started.
I saw that. I was watching a game earlier.
And I found some interesting history about Major League Baseball.
What's that?
About the Washington baseball team.
They're called the Nationals.
Washington Nationals.
They do not have a racist name. It's the Nationals. You can call them the Nationals.
I just threw that out because I want a little humor. Everything. Washington, no-name football team.
Right.
So I found out, I'm reading Frederick Douglass's book.
Okay.
And his son, Frederick Douglass Jr., after the Civil War, I guess in the late 1860s, they were playing baseball. And there was an organized team called the Washington Nationals.
Get out.
Yes. And I said, damn. So I remember when they were called the Washington Senators.
Okay.
Now they were the Washington Nationals. So that wasn't a really unique name that they came up with.
Right. It's a cute name. They're the Nationals, the capital.
Yeah, baseball was played differently back then. It was a timeless game, but it was a run-dictated game.
I would have hated baseball.
It was like the first team to 100.
That's insanity. That would literally be like a whole day.
Well, cricket. Cricket's played for like a whole day also, and that's how baseball started, from cricket.
This is how you lose people's attention. They barely watching baseball now. Could you imagine it being timeless? Nobody would go.
Well, it's.
Can you leave and come back?
Yeah. Sure.
All right, that's all that matters. As long as you can dip and come back. That's cool.
And in the spring training, they started spring games just today, matter of fact. And I'll probably be watching some of the spring training games.
Yeah, I went to the gym earlier and I was watching somebody playing. It was like 8-0 when I was watching.
Wow. Yeah. They're playing a lot of players, a lot of people that aren't.
Yeah.
They're just.
I mean, it's spring training.
Right.
It's like preseason anything. People aren't really. They're
not ready for prime time yet.
No, absolutely.
But it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a baseball fan.
I know you are. I'm not. All right. Next, we're going to talk about football. There's one thing we have for football. J.J. Watt.
I'm a little disappointed.
I know you are.
I thought J.J.
You really thought he was going to come to Texas.
I thought he was going to come to
Pittsburgh. You were so excited.
I was really, really thinking the Watt family would be in Pittsburgh.
That would have been interesting. That would have been an interesting dynamic.
I thought it would be a great dynamic. Three brothers playing the same team.
Yeah.
But he decided to go to Arizona. And you know something?
What?
I don't blame him.
Arizona's nice. It's a lot nicer than Pittsburgh.
Plus, he's guaranteed $23 million of a $31 million contract.
See what I'm saying?
He's guaranteed $23 million. On a 2-year contract.
That's awesome. One. But two, let's just think about Pittsburgh as a city and Arizona as a state. Pittsburgh is low, not it. Arizona, where they play? Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. That's nice.
And they've got a nice stadium.
Yeah, it's a nice city. It's a big city. Pittsburgh is not a big city.
It's got.
So if you had to pick somewhere.
Believe it or not, Phoenix is about the same size as Philadelphia.
I think it's bigger now.
Spread. But it's spread out.
They beat us because they could spread out.
Yeah, they got a lot of area.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a big city, a top 5-6 big city in the country.
True.
And then Pittsburgh is
way down the line.
Are they even in the top 20? Who knows? Maybe top 30. Who knows? Who knows? That's what I'm saying. So I would pick Arizona. It's nice all the time.
We have 6 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Just to throw it out.
Okay, cool. That obviously didn't.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't.
See the flag go by.
It's on you. It's on your shoulder.
I got him too.
Okay.
See, fly's not fast.
Still got good hands.
Thank you. I'm still fast. That's a good one. Fly decided to come in for the year 2.
Right.
He flies in.
Start the year off crazy.
Yeah, right.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to add for football?
No, not right off. I like to see. It's amazing. It's how these quarterbacks are starting to dictate policy in football.
Right. You saw Russell. He said if he's traded, he wants to be traded to either Dallas. I think Atlanta was one of the places. No, it was the Saints.
Saints, yeah. And the poor Watson in Houston.
I know, he can't get out.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
It's sad.
I'm happy. I mean, he's a premier quarterback, and they do not want him
to win.
To leave.
It's something wrong with Houston because they didn't want James Harden to leave either.
But J.J. Watt was able to walk out of there.
That's what I'm saying. It's something wrong with Houston. It's something wrong with Houston. It's something that's just not right there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. What happens next?
Well,
see if Russell gets out. That would be interesting to see him not play for the Seahawks.
Well, Russell probably wants to get into a bigger market.
Right, like not Seattle.
Right.
I don't want to be there.
And
but the Seahawks have a powerful, like they're known as like a power team. Well, they were.
They were, but now they're sliding down the pole. And Russell's all of a sudden decided to look at himself as a brand.
Right.
So,
which is good.
Yeah.
I like that for him.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go into old school versus new school and a little bit of sports history. We have no damn right or Knicks this week, so we're just gonna cut it from there.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay, so old school, new school. Jerry West or Kobe Bryant as the NBA logo.
Well, I'm an old school guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to stick with Jerry West.
Okay.
Jerry West was, he earned it. He earned the logo, and not only did he earn the logo, he's been on the logo for a long time. I don't know why the NBA decided to put him as
That's
logo.
what I'm saying. Out of all the people,
He has been.
That's who you put.
Right. At the time when I guess the NBA was looking for a logo, he was probably the best because that's
you think so? At the time.
At the time,
you believe that?
I believe. You have to realize this is going back into the early 70s. Jerry West probably retired. I don't know when the logo came on, but it was probably during David Stern time. And David, who was the NBA commissioner, probably said, well, the face of the NBA at the time should be Jerry West.
Okay.
Now looking at your era and being a little bit progressive about it.
Right.
Oh, for sure, I would like to see Kobe.
Okay. So obviously, my era.
Right.
My debate. My point is put Kobe on because who knows Jerry West? Like you do, for sure. People who like basketball, absolutely. But this generation, if you were to ask people, who is Jerry West? How many people do you think are going to know that?
Very few.
That's why and the way Kobe, is Jerry West still alive?
Oh yeah, Jerry West
exactly.
is he's still involved with the Clippers.
See what I'm saying? Exactly. Kobe went out terribly, and I feel like
tragically.
Yeah, terrible, tragic, same thing.
Okay.
Different choice of words. You want to put a 50-cent word out there? Congratulations.
No problem. You always question my vocabulary. Well, at least I bastardize words. But I can throw them out occasionally.
But my point is, I feel like because of the way Kobe went out, because of Kobe's influence in basketball,
right.
Because of how he dominated the league, I feel like why not put him on there?
Well,
even people who didn't watch basketball knew who Kobe was.
But
you could ask somebody like Mom, like who is Kobe Bryant, and she's going to say he played for the Lakers.
Now I'm going to throw out. I don't know if Michael. How about Michael's shot? On his Jordans, that Jordan. I don't know if Nike has a patent on that. They wouldn't put that on.
Oh, like would they put Michael on the label?
Yes.
Oh, see, that's
a nice shot.
That is a nice shot. I would like Mike on the logo, honestly. As much as I got a love-hate relationship with Kobe.
Yeah.
But as much
as think about Michael's jump shot.
Mike changed the league. Though.
Yeah, he changed the league.
But he made it so that Kobe could.
But he has his logo on all his products.
No, he does. And that would be a dope logo for the league. I would love to see Mike.
Yeah.
I would love to see that on the jersey. Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if see, that's now you're dealing with patents and things and how the NBA will take it. Look.
But that's so. If it was between Kobe and Jerry West, I'm going for Kobe.
Okay, I can understand that. How about Kobe and Michael?
No, that's tough. I'm a big Mike fan.
I have to go with Michael too. If they could put that on the logo.
Yeah. If they could. I'm a huge Mike. You know, I love Mike. I grew up on Mike. You had me wearing Mike before I knew who Mike was. So like, that was the man.
Oh, Michael Jordan was the man. And that's a great shot.
Yeah.
But see, that same shot is the same shot that Julius Erving did when he was with the ABA, and he won the dunking contest, and he was skywalking with the
from the free throw line.
Right. Yes. Same shot.
Yeah.
So
that's tough. That was a good call, Dad, because that's a tough one.
Yes. Another thing about a little sports history.
Go.
Irv Cross passed away this.
Well, that's like the obituary.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Go ahead, though.
But Irv Cross passed at 81. Now, this man, you're talking about a person that revolutionized sports.
Right.
He and Brent Berksmeyer, what's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Him and were the first ones to come on the NFL Live.
Okay.
Back in 1971, I believe. And they kind of kicked off like the sports shows.
Okay, that's dope.
Yes, and Irv Cross was a Philadelphia Eagle.
Yes, he was.
And
he was the first black sports
anchor. And he did. The brother was on top of his game. Not only did he play well, but he understood the game. And I just found out the brother graduated from Northwestern.
Oh, so he was smart.
Oh, smart boy. Smart brother.
People really underestimate. Football players are the smart ones.
Oh, my God.
It's basketball players that are a little iffy.
Yeah.
Because football players, they have to graduate. Basketball, at one point, they didn't even have to go to college.
But Irv Cross was a dynamite player, and he was very insightful about the game of football. And he revolutionized how we see sports today.
I was going to say...
ESPN wasn't even around.
I was just about to say how you mentioned that he was a player and an anchor. They went away from that for a long time. Most of the anchors were not players. But they recently brought that back around, which I love to see. So like Skip and what's his name? Skip and Shannon?
Yes.
Shannon played football.
Right.
Remember before it was Skip and Stephen A?
Right.
Neither of them played. Stephen A and Max, nobody played. So now, and then that one show you like with the football players? With
Speak for Yourself?
Yes.
Yes. Both football
players. And I like to see that because they have a different angle of the game.
No doubt about it. They have a better perspective.
Absolutely.
Of it. Yeah.
So I think that it's awesome that not only was he the first, but he came from the game. So it's like they're getting back to that.
And at that time, it was only a half an hour show. It came on a half hour before the kickoff.
Get out. That's awesome.
Now you have hours.
Right. It's like a whole day.
Now you have every day of.
Yeah. You could. That's all I watch is ESPN.
You know,
I don't know nothing
amazing.
else that goes on.
And I used to look forward to at 12:30 before the NFL kickoff. The NFL Today.
Get out.
Yeah, Irv Cross. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good sports history.
Oh, he's
well,
going to
I guess he's sports obituary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good,
absolutely.
Good.
That was a good one.
And plus, he was an Eagle. I know you like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it was a good one. But that's everything for today. Do you have anything else you want to add for 1 year? For the 1 year?
Well, I have to say one thing.
Go.
It was great.
It has been. I mean, it's not over. We still got...
No, it was a great little first year, you know?
It is, yeah.
For something that just came out of your mind, and I appreciate your creativity and your thought about doing this. And,
it wasn't mine. It was you. You were like, maybe is there some way we could record us? Because didn't you want to do like a tape player or something like that?
Yeah. And you've been able to bring out some of the thoughts about sports that I probably wouldn't delve into with anybody else. I appreciate that.
No problem. I appreciate you for, the knowledge that I have. You were like the foundation of my love for sports. You and I guess DeMarcus now believe that I could talk about it to people. Uncle Guy, of course.
Well,
always.
No doubt about it. You've had enough people in your life, in the family.
Absolutely. It's definitely the Madison's fault that I like football so much. Just so much. Just because I remember even like on Genie and on Jan, just getting so hype about football. Like I used to watch football, but they really like taught me how to understand football. Like I remember being little and on Genie and on Jan were like, you've got to know what, who, what, where, when. And I'm just like, Saturdays just watching college football. So it's just, it's all been there.
That's good. I'm glad that you've been able to evolve into the sports mind.
And Uncle Paul did buy me my first Kobe jersey.
He did. He did.
That's when I was a Kobe.
God bless it.
I remember. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Who bought you the first Danny Marino though?
I don't even know.
Wow. Because
maybe Mom, did you buy my Danny Marino jersey? Okay.
Wow.
That was when I was like 8.
Yeah.
Kobe came when I was like, once he got signed to the Lakers, that's when Uncle Paul bought me his jersey.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's been a wild ride.
Wow, it's been a great day. It's a great day.
It was.
Again, thanks.
Thank you. And everybody stay healthy.
And stay safe.
Peace.